Beyoncé and Jay-Z aren't just music royalty. The internet believes they're the Illuminati power couple. Secret hand signs, child sacrifice rumors, death lists. This whole situation has the internet spinning because no theory is too insane when you're worth $2 billion. Everybody thought they knew the full story about Beyoncé and Jay-Z. Power couple, music legends, business moguls. That was the version everyone repeated. But now, decades of conspiracy theories, leaked footage, cryptic symbolism, and connections to Diddy's scandals got the whole narrative twisting. This isn't just about triangles and devil worship anymore. We're talking real lawsuits, elevator fights, Kanye's public breakdowns, and deaths that conspiracy theorists link directly to the Carters. The rabbit hole goes deeper than anyone wants to admit, and today, we're breaking down every single layer. Let me break this down from the beginning, because the Illuminati obsession with Jay-Z and Beyoncé didn't start yesterday. This has been building for over 2 decades, and it all comes down to symbolism, hand gestures, and clothing that conspiracy theorists swear hides secret messages. First, let's talk about Jay-Z's triangle hand sign. You've seen it, the rock sign, the diamond. He throws it up at concerts and music videos and photos. Jay-Z says it's just the logo for Rockefeller Records, the label he co-founded. But conspiracy theorists, they're not buying it. They claim it represents the all-seeing eye, the pyramid symbol linked to the Illuminati and Freemasonry. And honestly, once you see the comparison side by side, you can't unsee it. The shape matches perfectly. Fans online turned into investigators, analyzing every photo, every concert moment, every red carpet appearance where Jay throws up that sign. They're slowing down frames, zooming in, comparing angles, and folks online swear it's not just coincidence. But it gets even crazier. Jay-Z's fashion line, Rockaware, has been accused of hiding Masonic symbols in the designs. We're talking specific patterns, geometric shapes, and imagery that conspiracy theorists link directly to secret societies. TMZ and fashion blogs have covered this multiple times, and every time Jay-Z releases new merch, people dissect it like it's the Da Vinci Code. They're looking for pentagrams, pyramids, occult references, and they find them, or at least they think they do. Now let's talk about Beyoncé. She's not just Jay-Z's wife in these theories. She's allegedly the first lady of the New World Order. Conspiracy theorists claim she married Jay-Z not for love, not for music, but to become the queen of the Illuminati. They point to her rise to superstardom, her flawless image, her control over her brand. According to them, nobody gets that level of success without making a deal. And Beyoncé's deal allegedly involved joining the most powerful secret society on the planet. Here's where it gets wild. Fans have analyzed Beyoncé's stage performances, music videos, and award show appearances for years. They claim she flashes Illuminati symbols constantly: the triangle hand sign, the all-seeing eye, pyramid formations with her backup dancers. In her formation video, she's literally standing on top of a sinking police car in a flooded New Orleans, surrounded by imagery that conspiracy theorists say represents rebirth, occult rituals, and secret society messaging. Online detectives took this to a new level, digging into every detail like they on some CSI mission. They started studying her hand placements, her eye contact with the camera, her choreography, even the colors she wears. And folks online swear every single choice is intentional, coded, and meant to signal her allegiance to the Illuminati. And it's not just performances. Beyoncé's entire aesthetic gets scrutinized. Her album covers, her tour visuals, her fashion choices at the Met Gala. Conspiracy theorists claim she's constantly communicating with other members through symbols that the general public doesn't recognize. They say it's a language, a code, a way to identify who's in the club and who's not. But here's the thing. Jay-Z and Beyoncé have never directly denied being part of the Illuminati. They've addressed it in lyrics, sure. Beyoncé literally sings in Formation, quote, "Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess." But conspiracy theorists, they say that's exactly what a member would say. That's the defense. Deny it publicly while continuing to flash the symbols. It's the perfect cover. And then there's the clothing. Both Beyoncé and Jay-Z have been photographed wearing designer pieces that feature occult imagery. Pentagrams, inverted crosses, all-seeing eyes, Baphomet symbols. Fashion insiders say it's just high fashion, edgy design, artistic expression. But conspiracy theorists say it's a public display of allegiance. They're telling the world exactly who they serve, and most people are too blind to see it. Now let's get into the Rockefeller Records logo itself. It's a diamond shape, right? But flip it upside down, and conspiracy theorists say it becomes a pyramid. The same pyramid on the back of the US dollar bill. The same pyramid associated with the Illuminati. Jay-Z has said multiple times that the logo represents excellence, luxury, and success. But online detectives found interviews, old footage, and lyrics where Jay references Masonic teachings, secret knowledge, and elite power structures. They're connecting dots that Jay-Z says don't exist. And it gets worse for them, because the more they deny it, the more people believe it. That's the trap. Silence looks like admission, denial looks like misdirection, and clapping back in songs just fuels the fire. Beyoncé and Jay-Z are in a no-win situation when it comes to these conspiracy theories. And honestly, that's probably exactly where they want to be. Controversy sells, mystery builds legend. And whether they're actually part of a secret society or not, the rumors have made them even more iconic. Now, let's get into the motive, because this is where everything starts clicking and the theories take on a life of their own. Why would Beyoncé and Jay-Z allegedly join the Illuminati? What's the payoff? What's the cost? And why do millions of people online believe they sold their souls for fame? First, let's talk about their rise to power. Jay-Z came from the Marcy Projects in Brooklyn. He grew up in poverty, sold drugs, survived a rough neighborhood, and clawed his way into the music industry. His first album, Reasonable Doubt, dropped in 1996 and is now considered a classic. But it didn't blow up immediately. Jay-Z had to grind. He co-founded Rockefeller Records because no major label would sign him. He built his empire from nothing. That's the official story. But conspiracy theorists say there's a darker version. They claim Jay-Z didn't just hustle his way to the top. They say he made a deal, a pact, a blood oath with the Illuminati. And the evidence they point to? His rapid rise after the year 2000. Once Jay-Z hit mainstream success, he didn't just stay successful, he dominated. He became untouchable. Album after album, business venture after business venture. Everything he touched turned to gold. Conspiracy theorists say that level of consistent success isn't natural. Nobody stays on top for 20+ years without help, especially in an industry as cutthroat as hip-hop. And then there's Beyoncé. She started in Destiny's Child, one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. But even in that group, Beyoncé was the standout, the lead singer, the face, the star. When Destiny's Child broke up, Beyoncé went solo and became one of the biggest artists on the planet. Her debut album, Dangerously in Love, was a massive success, and from that point on, she's been unstoppable. Conspiracy theorists say her rise was too perfect, too calculated, too flawless. They claim she was chosen by the Illuminati to be the queen of pop culture, and her marriage to Jay-Z was arranged to consolidate power. Think about it. Jay-Z and Beyoncé are worth over $2 billion. They control massive portions of the music industry. They influence fashion, culture, politics, and social movements. They've met with presidents. They've performed at inaugurations. They've built an empire that spans continents. That kind of power doesn't just happen. At least, that's what conspiracy theorists believe. But here's where the motive gets even darker. Conspiracy theorists claim joining the Illuminati requires sacrifices. Not metaphorical sacrifices, actual sacrifices. They say members have to give up someone close to them, a friend, a family member, a mentor, to prove their loyalty. And this is where the death list rumors come in. Let's talk about Aaliyah. She died in a plane crash in 2001. She was only 22 years old. She was a rising superstar, a talented singer, actress, and dancer, and she was allegedly dating Jay-Z, or at least close to him in the industry. Conspiracy theorists claim Aaliyah was sacrificed to clear the way for Beyoncé. They say the Illuminati needed one queen of R&B, not two, so Aaliyah had to go. The plane crash, they claim, was no accident. It was a ritual killing. Then there's Left Eye from TLC. She died in a car crash in 2002. Another young, talented woman, another tragic accident. Conspiracy theorists link her death to the same pattern. They say powerful people in the industry needed her out of the way, and they made it happen. Whitney Houston, one of the greatest voices of all time, found dead in a bathtub in 2012. Officially ruled as accidental drowning with heart disease and cocaine use as contributing factors. But conspiracy theorists, they say she was murdered. They say she knew too much, refused to play the game, and paid the price. And they link her death to Jay-Z and Beyoncé because of industry connections and alleged rivalries. And then there's the notorious Biggie, shot and killed in 1997, one of the greatest rappers ever. Conspiracy theorists claim Jay-Z benefited from Biggie's death because it removed competition and opened up space for Jay to dominate the East Coast. They say Jay had motive, means, and opportunity. And while there's zero evidence linking him to Biggie's murder, the theory persists. Put all that together, and conspiracy theorists see a pattern. Every time someone dies, Jay-Z and Beyoncé benefit. Their careers grow, their power increases, their competition disappears. That can spark some real paranoia fast. And once people start connecting those dots, it's hard to stop. Every celebrity death gets linked back to the Carters. Every tragedy becomes another piece of evidence. But let's keep it real. There's no actual proof, no leaked documents, no whistleblowers, no confessions. Just speculation, pattern recognition, and a whole lot of confirmation bias. People see what they want to see. They find connections that aren't there. They ignore the facts that don't fit the narrative, and they build entire conspiracy theories on a foundation of coincidence and tragedy. And it gets worse for them because Jay-Z and Beyoncé don't help themselves. They stay silent on most of these accusations. They let the rumors swirl, they let people speculate. And that silence feeds the beast. Because if they're innocent, why not just address it directly? Why not shut it down once and for all? Conspiracy theorists say the silence is proof, the lack of denial is admission, and the cycle continues. But here's the part that really hits different. The one who got caught up in the middle of all this conspiracy madness isn't just Jay-Z and Beyoncé. It's their daughter, Blue Ivy Carter, a child who didn't ask for any of this. A kid who was born into fame, scrutiny, and straight-up insanity from the internet. Let's talk about the Blue Ivy conspiracy theories, because they're some of the most disturbing, most ridiculous, and most harmful narratives in this entire story. Blue Ivy was born in 2012. She was a baby, a literal infant, and within days of her birth, conspiracy theorists started attacking her, not criticizing, attacking. They claimed her name was a code, that it had satanic meaning, that Beyoncé and Jay-Z named their daughter after the devil. Here's the theory. People online took the name Blue Ivy and decoded it as born living under evil, Illuminati's very youngest. They literally created an acronym that didn't exist and claimed it was proof of devil worship. Then they took it further. They said if you spell Ivy backward, you get Ivy, which supposedly sounds like a Latin phrase meaning Lucifer's daughter. Except it doesn't. That's not real Latin. That's not a real phrase. It's complete fabrication. But that didn't stop thousands of people from sharing it, believing it, and spreading it across social media. The Washington Post, a legitimate news outlet, had to publish an article calling the rumors ridiculous. They fact-checked the conspiracy theories and debunked them completely. The likely explanation for Blue Ivy's name? Blue represents Jay-Z's Blueprint album series, which is deeply personal to him. Ivy represents the Roman numeral 4, which is the number 4. Both Jay-Z and Beyoncé have the number 4 tattooed on their bodies. It's their lucky number. Beyoncé was born on September 4th. Jay-Z was born on December 4th. They got married on April 4th. The number 4 is woven into their entire relationship. That's the real story. But conspiracy theorists didn't care. They ignored the facts. They kept pushing the satanic narrative. And Blue Ivy, a child, became the target of online harassment. People left comments on photos of her. They made videos about her. They called her evil. They said she was cursed. They claimed she was being raised in a satanic household. This is somebody's daughter, and she's dealing with trauma over a situation she had nothing to do with. That's messed up. And it didn't stop there. As Blue Ivy got older, conspiracy theorists started analyzing her appearances. They studied her body language. They claimed she looked possessed. They said her eyes were empty. They made compilations of her at award shows and claimed she was displaying Illuminati symbols. She was a child, a kid just existing, and grown adults were online tearing her apart because of conspiracy theories about her parents. That kind of treatment leaves scars. It affects mental health. It creates an environment of fear and mistrust. And it's all based on lies. Complete fabrication. No evidence, no truth. Just cruelty disguised as investigation. Blue Ivy barely gets to live a normal childhood and just tries to exist without millions of people online calling her the spawn of Satan. That's the real cost of these conspiracy theories, not the damage to Jay-Z and Beyoncé's reputation, the damage to an innocent child who never asked for any of this. Now, this whole situation gets even crazier when you realize the conspiracy theories aren't just about symbolism and baby names anymore. We're talking real scandals, actual events, documented incidents that feed the fire and make people wonder if maybe, just maybe, there's some truth to the madness. Let's start with Elevator Gate. May 2014, the Met Gala after party. Beyoncé, Jay-Z, and Solange Knowles, Beyoncé's younger sister, are in an elevator at the Standard Hotel in New York. Security footage leaks, and in that footage, you see Solange straight up attacking Jay-Z. She's kicking him, swinging at him, screaming. Beyoncé is standing there, barely reacting. Security steps in and tries to hold Solange back. The video has no audio, but the visuals are insane. TMZ dropped the footage and the internet lost its mind. Everybody wanted to know what happened. What did Jay-Z do to make Solange snap like that? Conspiracy theorists immediately jumped in with their theories. Some said it was an Illuminati humiliation ritual, that Jay-Z was being punished publicly for breaking a rule, that the elevator fight was staged to send a message to other members. Others said Solange discovered Jay-Z was cheating on Beyoncé and confronted him. Turns out the cheating theory was correct. Years later, Beyoncé dropped her album Lemonade in 2016, and that album is a straight confessional. She talks about infidelity, betrayal, heartbreak, and rage. She references Becky with the good hair, a woman Jay-Z allegedly had an affair with. The internet went into detective mode, trying to figure out who Becky was. Names were thrown around. Rachel Roy, Rita Ora. Every woman who'd ever been photographed with Jay-Z became a suspect. Then, in 2017, Jay-Z dropped his album 4.44, and in the title track, he admits it. He confesses to cheating. He apologizes. He talks about almost losing his family. He says he had to go to therapy. The elevator fight wasn't a ritual. It was a sister protecting her sibling from a man who betrayed her. But conspiracy theorists, they still claim there's a deeper layer, that the albums were part of the narrative, that the Illuminati controls even their confessions. And then there's the Kanye West situation. Kanye and Jay-Z used to be close, brothers, collaborators. They made Watch the Throne together. But in 2016, everything fell apart. Kanye had a public meltdown during his St. Pablo tour. He went on rants on stage, talking about the music industry, about betrayal, about feeling abandoned. And at one show in Sacramento, he said something that sent chills through the conspiracy theory community. Kanye said, quote, "Jay-Z, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head." He was begging, on stage, in front of thousands of people. And the internet exploded. Conspiracy theorists said this was proof that Jay-Z has literal hitmen, proof that the Illuminati eliminates people who step out of line, proof that Kanye was scared for his life. Now, everyone else said that's just Kanye being Kanye. He was going through a mental health crisis. He was hospitalized days after that rant. He was clearly struggling, but the damage was done. The clip went viral. And to this day, people reference that moment as evidence that Jay-Z is dangerous, connected, and untouchable. But the biggest scandal, the one that's still unfolding, is the Diddy problem. Sean "D.D." Combs has been hosting legendary parties for decades. His white parties in the Hamptons were iconic. Celebrities dressed in all white, sipping champagne, networking. Jay-Z and Beyoncé attended multiple times in the 2000s. Photos exist. They were there. Nobody thought anything of it at the time. Fast forward to 2023, Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, files a lawsuit accusing him of sex trafficking, abuse, and forced participation in orgies over the course of their relationship. The lawsuit includes horrific details. Diddy allegedly flew in male sex workers, drugged Cassie, and recorded the encounters. He allegedly physically abused her for years, and he allegedly used his power in the industry to keep her silent. The lawsuit was settled quickly, but the damage was done. More accusers came forward, more stories leaked, and suddenly everyone who'd ever attended a Diddy party was under scrutiny. People started asking, what did they see? What did they know? Were they involved? Jay-Z and Beyoncé's names came up. Conspiracy theorists dug up every photo of them at Diddy's events. They claimed the couple knew about the abuse, the trafficking, the orgies. They said silence equals complicity. And then a rumor surfaced. A lawsuit allegedly claimed Jay-Z and Beyoncé drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl at a VMA after-party in 2000. The rumor spread fast. It was repeated on blogs, in YouTube videos, in TikTok comments. But here's the truth. Jay-Z sued to have his name removed from the lawsuit. The accuser later backtracked on details, admitting inconsistencies. And another lawsuit claimed a man was dragged to an orgy in Miami in 2015 and saw Jay-Z and Beyoncé there, except receipts proved the couple wasn't even in Miami that night. Their names were removed from the suit. Bottom line, zero credible evidence ties Jay-Z and Beyoncé to Diddy's crimes. But proximity keeps the whispers alive. They were at the parties. They knew Diddy. They were part of that circle. And in the court of public opinion, association is guilt. Conspiracy theorists don't need proof. They need patterns. And the pattern says if you're famous, rich, and connected, you're hiding something. Meanwhile, fans online been working like full-blown investigators, and they're not just focused on parties and scandals anymore. They're digging into Beyoncé's entire identity, her age, her race, her real name. And the theories they've come up with are absolutely wild. Let's start with the age conspiracy. According to official records, Beyoncé was born on September 4th, 1981. That makes her 45 years old in 2026. But conspiracy theorists don't believe it. They claim she's actually 7 years older than her listed birth year. They say she was born in 1974, which would make her 52. The evidence they point to? A leaked document that allegedly shows her real birth year as 1974. Except that document has never been verified. It's a blurry screenshot that's been passed around online for years. No official source, no confirmation, just a random image that people treat as gospel. Why would Beyoncé lie about her age? Conspiracy theorists say the music industry is obsessed with youth, that record labels wanted her to appear younger to appeal to a broader audience, that she was already in her mid-20s when Destiny's Child blew up, and they needed her to seem like a teenager. So they shaved off years, changed her birth certificate, rewrote her history. But here's the thing, there's no actual proof. Beyoncé's age has been consistent across every official document. Her parents have confirmed her birth year. Childhood photos match the timeline. School records exist. But conspiracy theorists ignore all of that. They cling to the leaked document and refuse to let it go. And then there's the race conspiracy. This one is so absurd it almost doesn't deserve attention, but it went viral, so we have to talk about it. In 2020, a Florida congressional candidate named K.W. Miller tweeted that Beyoncé isn't actually black. He claimed she's an Italian woman named Anne Marie Lastrasi. He said she's part of George Soros's deep state plot to fund Black Lives Matter and manipulate black culture. He said her real parents are white, that the whole Knowles family is a fabrication. The tweets went viral for all the wrong reasons. People mocked him, news outlets covered the absurdity. Beyoncé didn't respond because, honestly, what is there to say? The claim is so ridiculous it debunks itself. But thousands of people shared the tweets. Thousands believed them. And that's the scary part. Once a conspiracy theory is out there, it takes on a life of its own. Truth doesn't matter. Evidence doesn't matter. Only the narrative matters. Let's keep it real. Everything is speculation until proven otherwise. The Illuminati theories, the age conspiracies, the race claims, none of it holds up under scrutiny. But that doesn't stop people from believing, because conspiracy theories aren't about facts. They're about feelings. People feel powerless in the face of celebrity success. They feel like the system is rigged. They feel like there's a hidden truth that only they can see. And conspiracy theories give them a sense of control, of understanding, of being in on the secret. But while people are online debating whether Beyoncé is secretly 52 or secretly Italian, the real story gets ignored. The real story is that Jay-Z and Beyoncé built an empire through talent, hard work, strategic business moves, and relentless ambition. They came from nothing. They clawed their way to the top. They made smart investments. They controlled their image. They outlasted their competition. That's not a pact with the devil. That's capitalism. That's the American dream on steroids. And honestly, the conspiracy theories do more harm than good. They distract from the real issues, the real power structures, the real corruption in the music industry. Instead of asking why a handful of executives control all the major labels, people are asking if Jay-Z is in the Illuminati. Instead of investigating actual exploitation of artists, people are decoding music videos for hidden symbols. The conspiracy theories become the story, and the truth gets buried. And this story is still unfolding, with way bigger implications than just one couple. What we're seeing here is how conspiracy theories can completely warp public perception and create a culture of paranoia, mistrust, and misinformation that spreads faster than the truth. The bigger conversation is about responsibility. Not just the responsibility of Jay-Z and Beyoncé to address the rumors, but the responsibility of social media platforms, content creators, and everyday people who share this stuff without fact-checking. When you constantly amplify conspiracy theories, you're not just spreading harmless gossip. You're unintentionally causing real damage. You're making it harder for people to distinguish between fact and fiction. You're contributing to a world where truth is subjective and evidence is optional. Jay-Z and Beyoncé's situation is a wild example, but it's also a warning for anybody with a platform, with influence, with fame. The more you succeed, the more you dominate, the more people will try to tear you down. And they won't just criticize your work. They'll attack your character. They'll question your identity. They'll accuse you of crimes you didn't commit. They'll claim you sold your soul, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. Because the internet doesn't care about truth. It cares about engagement. It cares about clicks. It cares about the story being interesting, not accurate. And the scariest part? These conspiracy theories have real-world consequences. They've led to harassment of Blue Ivy. They've fueled racism, anti-Semitism, and anti-Black sentiment. They've created an environment where people believe celebrities are literally part of satanic cults. And once people believe that, they can justify anything. They can justify violence. They can justify hatred. They can justify refusing to listen to music, support businesses, or engage with anything connected to the supposed Illuminati members. This isn't just about Beyoncé and Jay-Z anymore. This is about how we consume information, how we evaluate sources, how we decide what to believe. And right now, we're failing. We're letting algorithms dictate our reality. We're letting influencers with zero credibility shape our worldview. We're letting conspiracy theories become mainstream narratives. And that's dangerous. Hollywood is shady, no doubt. The music industry is corrupt. There are real power structures, real exploitation, real secrets being kept. But talent plus hustle plus luck can look like a pact when you're worth $2 billion. Success doesn't require devil worship. It requires strategy, sacrifice, and timing. And sometimes it requires being in the right place at the right time with the right people. That's not the Illuminati, that's life. So stay skeptical, stay critical, and always fact-check the TikTok rabbit hole before you fall down it. Because the truth is messy and complicated, but it's still the truth. And conspiracy theories, no matter how entertaining, are just fiction dressed up as revelation. But let's be honest, even after everything we've broken down, even after debunking the wildest theories, even after showing the lack of evidence, people are still going to believe what they want to believe. And that's the final collapse of this whole narrative. The truth doesn't matter anymore. The conspiracy has become bigger than reality. Think about it. Beyoncé literally addressed the Illuminati rumors in her song Formation. She said, quote, "Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess." She clapped back directly. She made it clear she thinks the theories are ridiculous. And what happened? Conspiracy theorists said that's exactly what a member would say. That's the defense. Deny it publicly while continuing to flash the symbols. It's the perfect cover. She can't win. No matter what she says or does, it gets twisted into more evidence. Jay-Z has done interviews where he's laughed off the Illuminati accusations. He's called them absurd. He's explained the rock sign is just a brand logo. And people still don't believe him. They say he's lying. They say he's playing the game. They say the Illuminati would never let him tell the truth. It's a closed loop, a self-fulfilling prophecy. The theory can never be disproven because any evidence against it gets reframed as proof for it. And that's the trap. That's the brilliance and the horror of conspiracy theories. They're designed to be unfalsifiable. They're built on a foundation of doubt, suspicion, and pattern recognition. And once someone falls into that mindset, it's almost impossible to pull them out. Because admitting the conspiracy isn't real means admitting they were wrong. And people hate being wrong more than they love being right. So what's the end game here? What happens next? More conspiracy theories, more viral TikToks, more YouTube videos with dramatic thumbnails and clickbait titles, more people analyzing every move Jay-Z and Beyoncé make, searching for hidden meanings that don't exist. And meanwhile, the Carters will keep building their empire, making their music, raising their kids, and ignoring the noise. Because they've learned the best response to conspiracy theories is no response at all. But the speculation will never stop. Every new album will be dissected. Every new business venture will be questioned. Every public appearance will be analyzed frame by frame. And when Jay-Z and Beyoncé eventually retire, the theories will just shift. People will say they're stepping back to focus on their Illuminati duties, that they're passing the torch to a new generation of secret society members, that their legacy is proof of the pact they made decades ago. And honestly, maybe that's fine. Maybe the mystery is part of the appeal. Maybe the conspiracy theories, as harmful as they are, have made Jay-Z and Beyoncé even more legendary. Because when people can't explain your success, they create myths. And myths last forever. Stay locked in because this story is about to get even crazier as more details drop, more theories surface, and the internet continues to spiral. New claims are popping up every day. more alleged insiders, more leaked footage, more connections being drawn, and reports say there's even more to come related to the Diddy scandal, past industry deaths, and symbolic imagery we haven't even touched yet. So, drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Beyoncé and Jay-Z are really part of the Illuminati, or is this all just internet madness? And do you think conspiracy theories like this do more harm than good, or do they expose hidden truths the mainstream won't talk about? I want to hear your take, because this conversation is far from over. Make sure you like the video if you made it this far. Hit subscribe so you don't miss a single update, because we're covering every twist, every theory, every new piece of evidence that comes out. Turn on notifications so you're first to know when we drop the next deep dive. Whether it's more Illuminati breakdowns, celebrity scandals, or industry secrets, we're bringing you the full story every single time. I appreciate you for rocking with me through this whole wild journey. It's been a lot. We went from triangle hand signs to death lists, from elevator fights to Diddy's white parties, from Blue Ivy conspiracies to race theories. And somehow, we're still only scratching the surface. This is the world we live in now, where every celebrity is suspect, where every success is questioned, where the line between truth and fiction is blurrier than ever. So stay safe out there, stay critical, stay curious, and remember, the internet is undefeated when it comes to creating narratives, but you have the power to decide what you believe. Don't just accept the story, investigate it, question it, demand evidence, and never let the algorithm think for you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.